Welcome to ATB-TV. I'm Darren Dance here with Peter Morganti and our special guest, the guy with the most intellect, Sirius Deal. We're at the Cumani stables and this is our done deal colt, 2-year-old, and you can see he's a fearsome beast, isn't he? Look at him.
Pretty friendly.
So he's the one with the white blaze, the one with the hat, that's Peter Morganti.
He's pretty comfortable there.
He's pretty happy here at Cumani's. So we thought we'd just drop into Matt's today and do ATB-TV from here, Pete. We've got a pretty quick week this week. There's not a lot to talk about. So let's go back through our runners and what's coming up.
There's not much to talk about. Thankfully, we did have a winner amongst a few casualties, Darren.
Right.
Millinery, Warratabeel last week.
When was that?
I think it was Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, 6th. I went up there. The owners know her fate. She's off to the sales.
Yeah, she's been retired. Just haven't been able to get a go on millinery. So Daniel Bowman's done everything he can. He's had a sound, but she just doesn't want to be a racehorse. So, gee, it's warm under that rug, Pete.
Nice.
And so she'll be retired as a racehorse for us, and she'll go off to the September sale.
Yep, Revolutionary, Warrnambool. Actually, Warrnambool was a Tuesday. I got that wrong because Thursday was Revolutionary.
At Warrnambool?
Yeah, finished. He laid up in the jump, but simply just can't run a trip. So the job of being a hurdler, that was a big. There, come on,
boy. There's plenty there. You won't miss a bit.
No. The job of being a hurdler, if you can't run 2 miles, is going to be hard. So
good boy.
He's actually found a new home, and Zoe, who was his strapper in his time with Saba's son, is the new owner, and she fell in love with the horse, and she's going to push him through a bit of dressage and a bit of show jumping, I think.
Well, that's a great outcome, when they find a good home. But look, he could jump, but he couldn't stay, so that's the end of that.
Yep, that's right. Saab did a good job with the horse.
Yeah, done a great job. Don't you bite me, bite him. Also,
Silver Stratum ran at Warrnambool. We brought him back in trip because we were looking for a wet track.
Do you reckon Pete looks nervous? Oh, I do.
Well, all of a sudden he's gone from being just nuzzling in there to nuzzling. Well, I'm not a female. Go away. Anyway, we'll document a bit out to...
He's bored, Pete.
Document a bit out to the owners.
Well, he's bored, he's yawning. Get him.
Well, if I can get back to Silver
We're going to be moving his camera in a minute.
Get back to Silver Stratum. Unfortunately with Silver, and the owners will know this by the time this goes out, he's got a bit of a wind issue, Darren.
Yeah, he's pulled up
a wind issue in a minute too, I reckon. Get out of here.
You know, I've seen these colts pick people up and lift them off the ground.
I'll step it foot.
Don't bite me. The bottom line is Silver, he pulled up a bit distressed last start, made a little bit of a noise and discovered he's got a little bit of a wind problem, so we just got to decide whether we retire him or whether it's worth doing the work and putting him away till next year. So we've just got to make that decision in the next few days. But he's been a really good horse, won 3 in a row this prep, but he's got a little issue, nothing serious, but just holding him back.
Yeah, and these things can come on horses without any notice, Darren. Horses with the wind problems. Windy.
Pete loves this.
Friday we had
next week we'll bring ATB. We'll have Pete on the back of this horse.
Yeah, righto. Friday, Lady McPhee was first up in the Weir camp over 1300, and look, she was vetted at the start, but that was all fine. And then after that, barrier 1, we knew it was going to be an issue, and it certainly proved that way. Yeah,
well, look, when you take a horse like that to Geelong on the synthetic, and they're a get-back run on horse, and they draw 1. You know they're going to jump, take their spot, hold them up and then kick. And unfortunately she overreacted in the run.
Like that.
And, but once she did get clear air, she flew to the line and ran in 4th.
Yeah.
And I think if she can get on a bigger track or get to the outside, she'll be winning. As soon as she wants to stop mucking around and be a racehorse, she'll be winning.
Yeah, work in progress. Saturday we went for a little journey to Maui.
We did, Pete.
We started off...
Oh, it's not that far actually. You know, it's quicker for us to go to Maui. Well, it is for me, quicker to go to Maui than go to Warrnambool.
And it's 10 or 15 minutes Maui, it's marginal.
Yeah.
I thought it was the other end of the earth, Maui.
But we had a winner.
Penthouse Playboy got the job done.
Have a look at this video.
Go, Cougar! Come on, Cougar! Yeah, Casey! Yeah!
There's some happy owners.
That's what you want to see. Wasn't that the coldest viewing platform ever. Thankfully, we won.
We went up there for race 1. I didn't go back up there for race 2.
No, but anyway, he got the job done. He had 3 seconds prior for a half head and head margin, and
Yeah.
we were a little concerned, I would say, a lap out.
Mate, if you've never been to Maui, it is a real saucer. It's a circle. Looks like a footy oval, actually. Might be further around a footy oval.
Well, I've just squeezed a couple.
They charged down the straight the first time. They were 5 and 6 wide, and there was a right angle, well, it was a right angle left-hand bend.
Yeah.
And straight ahead at the end of the straight was an Aldi supermarket. At one point, I thought they were all going to go straight into the front door of it.
I've never seen a start race. There was 5 and then 6 all jammed up. There's not a link between them, and I thought, well, we'll 4 wide. Thankfully, Shane Jackson, who rode, a little bit of experience, he got out of the battle. All the rest went mad, and he brought the horse into the race from the 600. He weaved a passage through, and he was far too strong for that lot, which you know.
1 by 2 lengths.
Yeah.
No, it's a good win.
Yep.
So well done to everyone, and really enjoyed the celebrations.
And there's Chuka, I think at 2100 they'll probably send him to. So,
okay.
Yep. Artie Sano, unfortunately.
He was in the next race.
Yeah, and that went not quite like
No, he went terrible.
Hates the wet there.
Well, as Weary said, he's had 2 runs on real wet tracks and he's done nothing. But like Darren said, that horse is at the crossroads.
Yeah.
So we have taken the liberty of entering him into the next sale in September. He'll have 1 run before that, either in a synthetic or on top of the ground.
Yeah.
And he'd want to find 25 lengths to persevere with.
Exactly.
Exactly, for a good celebration.
That's spot on. Monday, I think it was, safety nets. Loving this jump.
Yeah, I went down to Pakenham,
Yeah.
racing.com park.
Yep.
Coldest, windiest joint. Yeah, the horse ran flat.
Yeah.
Did nothing really. Showed no turn of foot, no zip like he had previous run. And he came home the next day. He's in the paddock. He'll have 6 weeks off and showed enough this prep to say he's going to be a handy horse.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Top of the ground horse, probably not a synthetic horse, but
I can quickly go over the top horses.
he came back light.
And you don't know till race day. Actually, there was just a slight query on his third that he was just lighting off a little. So
You're a good boy, aren't you, for a colt?
Same day? No, Geelong. Fox Largo was the next day.
Yeah, Liz went down to Geelong.
Yeah, she travelled up nicely.
Once again, first up synthetic track.
Yeah.
Pretty hard when the leaders are winning, isn't it? But like she just kicked off, we knew that.
Yeah.
But
Excuse me.
Rachel went to Warringtonville.
Yeah, we had a winner. We had 2 winners. I missed that. I'm thinking, one winner, 2 winners.
Yeah, we sent Rachel up to
Warringtonville with.
to get the DVD.
She got the DVD.
She's got a good strike rate, that girl. She should strap more of our horses.
Yeah.
And
She was
astrological,
good,
hey? Took 14 runs or 12 runs or something to win a first and
I might have been 14, I think.
won 2 in a row. So just great ride, Johnny Allen.
Well,
too good.
You just
$2.50. Won like a $2.50.
You found the skin again, boy. I'll tell you. You look at that race, and the ride was perfect. They went silly up front. Johnny said, "Well, I'll sit behind us." And like to her credit, she won really well.
She ran away. Now she was a filly that was gone, Gone. She's in the sale in September.
Yep.
Anyway, we'll see what happens next start when she gets to a 64 because she's won the worst maiden you could ever see, and I think she was better than him in the 58 and outridden.
Yeah.
Johnny outrode him, so a bit flattering, but look, he can only win. She's won over
62 grand.
62 grand.
It had a great story, and it's a big 16 or 18,000 in Vobis. She won basically a race and a half by filling placings in Vobis. So
you like that, don't you? Hey, look at you. See his head go down, his eyes shut.
I think they've got a Cranbourne 64 picked out for her, or a Swan Hill, so we'll see what happens. But she's got to go to the 64 level, and well earned. That's it, Darren. As we sit here, and while I get attacked,
We've got a runner later, haven't we?
PK's sitting down in the tie-ups at Sale. We
Good fall.
We decided Sale was a little bit far.
Yeah, well, that's 4 hours.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. You got wet weather everywhere. We head to Sale where it was probably a 7 last week, and now it's a good fall. $7.
Who rides?
Harry Grace. It's an apprentices only race.
No, anything could happen.
Drawn gate 2. As I told the owners, Weary reckons that this will really bring him on, but without saying he's not a winning chance, but he needs to go better than Cranbourne.
Righto.
Trialled up really well at Burrup.
Pretty great sort of horse. He needs to be racing, doesn't he?
And just the fact that he's had him up at the sand, I think he said that just that getting used to the sand and change his gait. But look,
good luck to the owners in PK.
Hope he wins.
Hope he runs well.
Hope he wins.
So what's
Going
tomorrow?
forward.
Where do we go?
No, we have a day off tomorrow. Yogi.
Saturday.
First up.
Caulfield.
Mile.
Bradwell Weller.
Yep. Drawn outside
15.
gate, I think, isn't it? Which won't matter. He'll just
Never won
that.
first up. Don't think he'll be winning first up again.
Ran huge first up 1800. The
Yeah,
little
this is
prep
16,
he had.
isn't it?
Yeah, 16's a bit.
Yeah.
I'll go a little
Anyway,
bit quicker.
he's kicking off. His aim's the Bar Cummings if he's good enough. So we kick him off on Saturday and see what happens.
He's come back and good, Nick. Everything he's done.
He's trialled good, hasn't he?
Yeah, really good. And he's had 3 or 4 different jockeys on him, and they've all said the same without knowing who he was. So
I reckon you want to bite me now.
yeah, taking half my elbow. After that, Darren, it's a little bit. Do you know what Collectible's doing?
Collective All, yeah, she'll be going to the races, but probably not next week.
Righto. So that's. I just had a couple of noms there, so I thought I'd hit you on that. Spoke to the stable about Condover Hall. Now, they were going to go to the 21 at Swan Hill, but Darren Weir's now toying with going to Sandown over a mile and putting the blinkers on. It's going to be a nice little mile race, week at this time of year, but a nice chance for the girls to go to a city meet on a Wednesday.
Travel 5 hours.
Yeah. So
Right, Condover Hall, Sandown, when's that Wednesday?
It's not locked in, but that's the chance you'll go there rather than Swan Hill on Monday.
So after Saturday, our next run is Wednesday.
Possibly, yep. And Captain Harry's another one. Well, he said to go here.
Captain Harry, is he ended for Sandown Wednesday?
He's definitely going to go around the mile race there.
And who else?
That's it.
Right about She Goes Boom. I thought it was going to Ipswich.
Was that going to Ipswich or was it going
next
to
Wednesday. You probably don't listen
No,
to
I
that.
listened to it, but I thought it was just, well, maybe the following Saturday. Anyway, Ipswich on the Wednesday, and that's a
First up, She Goes Boom.
1100 after she...
Okay, we're just going to go forward now. Away from this horse.
Over the horse.
Yeah, I've had enough. He can stay in the background. I can tell he's getting a bit agitated.
She trialled really well. She goes boom, so she has gone.
Trial with F Troop, he won easy, but and then she came out and ran second the
The
other
trial
day.
the other day was good.
Yeah, so she's got a bit of ability for a Spirit of Moon.
Yep. Very toey looking.
That's it.
I think Misty C, who's missed a couple of runs, obviously a
Bad
barrier.
barriers, yep.
Thursday at Warrnambool, they're thinking it's back to 14, but he's had a bit of a gap between runs now. And then we've got the likes of Sar Plain, maybe at Bendigo, I think it's the Friday. And then I think we come into the following weekend.
There too.
Yeah, that's Play. So there's a few
coming through.
in our next lot of ATB-TV.
Good. Now, I want to show the video, if possible, of your young fella on his school project. He caught up with Darren Weir, and I think Jason Richardson at Racing.com's a bit concerned for his own career when he saw this interview. Hope you enjoy it.
Hi, I'm Jonah Morganti from Alfredton Primary School. On behalf of my classroom presentation, I am interviewing Miss Darren Weir, Victoria's leading horse trainer. Thank you for spending time with us, Mr. Weir.
No worries, Jonah.
Now, let's get into the questions. Where did your interest of horses begin, and how long have you been doing horse training?
Oh, my interests. Look, I was very keen on horses, or in general animals, from a young age. But I had I guess a love for horses from when a very young age, and my mum and dad bought me a pony. Not sure what age, but around sort of about 12-year-old, I reckon. And then started doing pony club and gymkhanas, and then from there went to work in racing stables when I turned 15, and I've been working in racing stables ever since, and currently 48, so been doing it for quite a while now.
Nice. How many stables do you have?
We have 3 locations. So we have a beach stable, which handles about 70 horses, and we also have a stable here at Miners Rest, where we are today, which holds about 150 horses, and we're just in the process of building another stable at a place called Malden, which is about 45 minutes from here, which we hope to get it up to about having 100 horses there one day, but at the moment there's about 60 horses there.
Nice. having a lot of stables must mean you would have a lot of staff.
Yep, that's right. We do have a lot of staff. Yep. Sorry about that. Yeah. Unfortunately, horses have got to be fed and looked after 7 days a week, and it doesn't matter what day it falls on, whether it's Christmas Day, New Year's Day, public holidays. They're all got to be fed and watered. So, to answer your question, we have roughly about 100 full-time staff and about 30 casuals. So, quite a lot of people work here.
Nice. As boss, when does your day start and finish?
I'm a daylight till dark person, so when the sun comes up I start work, and when the sun goes down I knock off work. And but I have people that start before me, so they're called my foremans. So they start work. Some people start work here at 3:30 in the morning, and then they obviously run the show till I get here, and then like I said, I just poke around the stables till about 1 o'clock, and then do the organising for the next day or go to the races or stuff like that.
Do you know how many winners you have trained?
Look, to be honest, I don't know how many winners I've trained in total, but I reckon your dad would be able to find that for you.
Was winning the Melbourne Cup with Prince of Penzance your best win?
Yep, that was my best win for sure. And yep, for people that follow horse racing and for people that don't follow horse racing, everyone knows about the Melbourne Cup. So it's certainly the best winner that I've ever had.
What horses do you have for this year's Melbourne Cup?
It's a good question because we don't really know yet, but we've got horses going in that direction. But probably a couple of horses that we're hoping that'll get back in it is a horse called Big Duke and another horse called Kingswell Dream. But there's still a long way to go before we know we're definitely going to get in the race. And we've got other horses that we're heading towards the race, so hopefully they can run better than what they're running at the moment and get in the race.
Do you have any other favourite horses?
Oh gee, Prince of Penzance is probably nearly my favourite horse, and probably a horse called She's Archie, which was a horse that ran second in the Melbourne Cup when I first moved to Ballarat, and she was my first Group 1 winner, and she's also produced, which one of her foals is a Group 1 winner, so she's got a bit of a soft spot in my heart.
What other big races would you like to win?
Oh, look, to be honest, I'd like to win the Melbourne Cup again. That's that's my favourite race. Once you've been involved in the Melbourne Cup, it's the race that you want to win. But probably as a trainer, you need to try and win a feature 2-year-old race. So probably a Golden Slipper or a Blue Diamond.
Do you watch other sports? Do you follow the AFL?
Yes, I do. I don't follow the AFL strongly, but I love watching football on a Friday night. Having a couple of drinks and eating a bit of fish and chips. It's a really good night out. I enjoy watching the footy.
Who do you barrack for in the AFL?
Unfortunately, I barrack for Carlton, so it's not the side to be barracking for this year, but we're hoping we can come good in the near future.
Good luck. Go Tigers.
You're a Tiger supporter, eh? Oh well, you're on top of the ladder. We're on the bottom of the ladder.
Now, my teacher, Mr. Mack, follows horse racing, and he was wondering if you had any tips for him.
Oh, gee. If I could say 2 horses, I would say follow a horse called Kingswell Dream for his future, and another horse called Leonardo da Vinci. They're 2 nice horses to be following, and I'm sure if you back them throughout their career, you'll back a winner at some stage.
Okay, thank you for that. I'm sure Mr. Mack would be very happy. Thanks for your time. I hope you keep training many more winners. Thanks for your time.
No worries, appreciate it any time at all, and good luck at school.
Okay, thank you.
He asked all the right questions?
2 weeks he kept tweaking those questions. And of course, obviously having a little bit of knowledge of what's going on, he said, I haven't had questions thrown out. I said, what about these? No, it doesn't fit in with what I want to run. So
how'd he go to school when he...
He got a couple extra marks. He was pretty happy. The teacher that he asked for the tips about wasn't there, but he's watching it today as we speak.
Okay.
He was away for the day, so...
He's always had a little bit of a media swing, your young fellow. He always run around with a video camera.
Well, he uses the old tripod that we had, and he gets into in his bedroom, and you can hear him yapping away, and then he comes out, Dad, I need your laptop to download and do this. So he's a bit of a love with that kind of thing.
I can see him in the media somewhere one day.
Well,
probably producing movies at Hollywood or something.
Well, it's funny because earlier on he had a little bit of trouble at school with reading, and not with so much trouble, but it was hard for him. We found this has helped bring him on, and his confidence now is just...
But it was great.
Yeah.
And good on you, Weary, for giving him the time. Fantastic.
Short notice too, and sat down with him, showed him around for half an hour.
Yep. Now the E-Ball's coming up, Pete, end of August.
25th, I think.
Yeah, and Tiberian, when's his race?
It's after that, isn't it? I don't know the date, so don't throw me on the date. I was out of this, I didn't have to start.
He's only a couple of weeks away.
I knew that the E-Ball was the 25th with Nikita, so that's next week.
Tiberian's the same weekend.
Is it righto?
Because I think they were going to try and fly, do the E-Ball in UK and then get a helicopter to France and do the Tiberian thing, but it wasn't going to work.
Right. Anyway, that's exciting for next week, eh?
Yeah, so the Wagners and the Whitakers have gone over.
So I haven't wrote that here. She goes moving Nikita. You thought I didn't write it?
Yeah, I knew you were off. You don't really care about Queensland.
Come on now. What else?
That's about it, I reckon.
Obviously, we trundled out a few suggestions for people going forward, little projects.
Yeah, well, that's right. If you should have got that email. I've had a few people saying to me, I want to go in this, but I don't know what you're going to do next. So I thought, well, let's just summarise it and then you can see what our plans are. I reckon by this time next week we might be standing here with a photo of a foal, Pete.
First is due on.
We've got the Frankel filly over. She was born a couple of weeks ago in the UK, but we've got 5 due in the last week of August.
Yep.
And there's a few little milk udders there now, so...
Watch out, it's all going to happen.
Yeah, I'd say... there may or may not be a foal by next Wednesday, but if there is, we might do ATB in the foal paddock. You know, the mares get really proud of their foals and they savage you, Pete. Well, make him look like a lamb.
The love bites have just got off this bloke.
Have a bit explained to do to Beck tonight.
Yeah, that's on the deck. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Geez, they're talking old days there, Darren. Yes.
All right. Well, that's a bit of a wrap for ATB-TV this week. So hopefully we might have a foal to show you next week. Have a great weekend. Spring is in the air.